We'd like to begin. So I'm very happy and delighted to have all of you here gathering to discuss some pressing privacy issues. First of all, it's a great opportunity to gather the privacy scholars in Israel in one room. I think we have a few missing. It's not everybody, but it's not far from all privacy scholars in this country, so it's good in itself, and people should meet more and collaborate more, and that is one reason for our gathering here. The second is, of course, our distinguished guest, Professor Amitai Etzioni, and it's a great pleasure to have you here. I will introduce you properly in a minute or two. So thank you all for coming. I just want, before we begin, just to say many thanks to the Minerva Center for Human Rights, which sponsors this event, to its chair, Professor Lior Bilski, and to Dana Magen, who has been extremely helpful in playing out this event. We will have our discussion today in one go. But feel free to step outside if you need to refresh. Our discussion will be divided into two sections. The first will discuss Amitai's paper, and we will have a discussion. And then we will be discussing a few current privacy studies that are going on in various places. I admit to be involved in some of them, not all of them. So that will be our second point. Here's an anecdote. A few years ago, more than 10 years ago, I taught a course at George Washington University Law School, and there was one professor there. I became friends with her, and she told me, I had lunch with this guy the other day at the university, and he's really interested in meeting you. I told him about you. And I said, what's this guy's name? Who's this guy? And she said, Amitai Etzioni. And I said, wow, I didn't know that you were GW at the time. Yeah, I knew nothing. And, I was curious. Obviously Amitai Etzioni is a Hebrew name, but I didn't know the exact history. So I asked her, what's his story? Is he Israeli? Is he an American? What's the story? And she said, no, Etzioni, he's Italian. So then I asked her, does he speak like this? She said, yes. I said, okay. Amitai is not Italian. One of the greatest sociologists ever, I would say, and the father of communitarian thought. So it's really a great honor to have you here with us. Here are a few biographical details without violating your privacy, I would hope. Amitai was born in Germany, but with his family moved to Palestine at the time as a boy. He grew up here, served in the Palmach. Wikipedia says that you dropped out of high school, so you agree, okay.
High school dropout.
Yeah, another one. Served in the Palmach, was involved in a kibbutz, which I think explains some, if not much, of communitarian thought, and became later on a sociologist, studied at Hebrew U and then in the United States, and for many years now holds a position of a university professor, the first of its kind, at GW University in Washington, D.C. Amitai, over the years, has done a lot in the American public, including serving as special advisor to President Carter in the late 70s. Amitai established and directs the Institute for Communitarian Policy Studies and quite a few other institutions dealing with communitarian thought. He authored over 24 books. Some of us have not authored as many papers as that, so Amitai has authored 24 books, and he keeps going. turning to privacy, The Limits of Privacy, a book which was published in 1999, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Yeah, 1999. Spells out Amitai's thoughts about privacy. And ever since, privacy has become an even more important topic, especially after 9/11 in the United States, and with the emergence of new and newer technologies which affect our privacies, and of course the social practices which accompany them. So Amitai, thank you so much for being here today. It's really an honor to have you here at Tel Aviv University. And the floor is yours for the first hour. You will discuss the paper that was pre-distributed to participants, the Cyber Age Privacy Doctrine, a Liberal Communitarian approach, and we will open up the table for discussion. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. And